It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Everyday people who burn, I should say, easily worry about getting sunburns when they're out. And they're not just worried about getting sunburns when they're out in the sun. They're worried about bigger risks, by the way, which can follow. And so finding a right sunscreen can be very, very difficult because the only sunscreen out there, the most popular ones out there, they were still using so many chemicals that could harm the skin. And in fact, many of them would leave like a white sheen right on the skin, which, for a number of folks is very, very annoying. And for those of us with darker tones, it's double as annoying, by the way. Did you know, just for sunscreen alone, that the global sunscreen market is set to go to $29 billion in 2029? Yet, with all these folks buying sunscreen, there still wasn't an option to find a sunscreen that you could put on that would be healthy and clear on your skin. And this was a big issue. So enter Sonrei, by the way. And Sonrei said, you know what? We're going to do something about this, by the way. They were a skincare company from Santa Barbara, and they stepped in and they saw the gap in the market and said, we're going to solve the problem. And once they did, they said, but you know what? Let's develop something that's different. So they developed a game-changing solution. They said, number one, it'll be vegan. Number two, have a nice, soft fragrance to it. And number three, it's going to solve the biggest problem we know that gets all of us so frustrated. You know what that big problem is? That's right. After you put the sunscreen on, your skin looks white. And that had to go. And this is what the founders were experiencing. So it wasn't just like everyday folks. It was like, no, we've got this problem. So they focused on solving the problem. They tested as hard as they possibly could, and they created a brand to stand out. And in that brand, they had a sales strategy and a sales message and a sales funnel that got them on TV shows like Good Morning America and so many others. Here's my big takeaway for you this morning. You must have a rock solid sales system followed by a sales message that solves a problem. And that's what Sonrei did. Once they disrupted the market, by the way, and created, I should say, sunscreen for diverse, friendly skin, let's call it that. And others, you know what they did? They had to have a sales message. And they had to get their message out to the world. And they did that. So my big takeaway for you is it's not just about profit. It's about positively impacting lives with your sales message and the problem that you solve. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, by the way, my name is Shay Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning. And every morning when we get started, we like to get started the exact same way. And the way we like to get started is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. No, you might be saying, why? Why do you do this every single day? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, well, there's just more money going out than there is coming in. You'd probably agree. So repeat after me right now. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. So our focus is on sales because where your focus goes, your energy really does flow. And I believe that with every fiber in my body, by the way. Now, after we do that, we like to go to our next segment. And our next segment is you must learn, you must earn, and you must return. Now, as a CEO, there's something that we need to do every single day. And our challenge is to make sure that we're learning. So for the sales department, we've got to learn something new. And then we've got to earn new revenue. We got to bring people back. So go ahead and repeat this mantra after me. Maybe you have a mantra, you have a philosophy you believe in, but ours is very simple and straightforward. Follow me here. Repeat after me these words. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. So what are our objectives? Why do we get together? Why do you show up for 15 minutes? Why are you in this conversation? Well, objectives are really threefold. And I think it's just, we could sum this up for every CEO out there. I mean, you must have this. Number one, you've got to have sales progress. So you're daily assessing what the sales team is doing, what the sales department needs, with the resources you have to provide in order for it to get to the next level. And then number two, you've got to address any roadblocks out there. It's not going to be easy, even introducing a new product, even introduce a new solution, getting folks adjusted to something they may not have been using before. It's not going to be easy. You got to adjust that gap. And number three, you must understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know. They must have a CEO sales plan, pillar number one. They must have a understand their sales cycle, pillar number 2. They must have a sales message, pillar number 3. Pillar number 4 is they got to understand their CEO sales dashboard. That's one dashboard where they can measure, they can manage. We'll get into that. We do a whole segment on that. I can't wait. And then my favorite, you got to have a 7-figure sales team, right? You've got to be able to generate some revenue in order to make this a reality, by the way, which is all about, at the end of the day, it's all about what? Sales growth, by the way. It's all about sales growth. So if you haven't downloaded your CEO sales dashboard, make sure you hit over there now so you can download your CEO sales dashboard. For those folks that are tuning in for the very first time, do me a favor. Look right below the video, and put hashtag I'm here. I love connecting with you. It's great to be in the conversation. You can see me, but I can't see you. If you're on the replay, maybe you're not watching this live, and I can respect that. So maybe right now what you're doing is you're watching this on the replay. Put hashtag replay. You can't be here at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You make time every single day, and I love reading the comments. I love following up with you. And the for those folks that are on the on-demand streaming platforms, thank you so much. Let's connect over at I am Che Brown. Just go over to at I am Che Brown. Let's connect. Drop me a note and let me know what you enjoy most. Now, the question always comes up, what's the outcome, Shay? Why don't we get together? Well, CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you know how to sell. I get it. You wouldn't be in business if you didn't. But the question is, how do you do it faster? How do you do it easier? How do you do it with less effort? And all we ask for every single morning is 15 minutes. Now, here's our big why. Our big why is it's about sales growth. It's about accountability. It's really all about consistency. And when you show up every single morning for 15 minutes a day, you're giving up 1% of your day. So there are 1,440 minutes in every day. And you give up 1% of your day in order to be in this conversation for one reason. And that 1% is 15 minutes. Is so you can generate $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You're in this conversation. As a result of being in this conversation, you're generating an extra $100,000 a month. This is over and beyond whatever you were already earning before you showed up, by the way. Now, a number of folks said, Trey, that sounds good. The question is, how do I get there? Like seriously, like $100,000 plus over and beyond what I'm earning today going into my bank account. And I said, if it's a CEO, it's very, very possible. There's some adjustments. There's some things we need to do. So the first question I always ask was, what are you measuring today? Like for the sales department, what are you measuring as a CEO? Not for the company. There's KPIs. I understand that. But just for the sales department to get you to 100,000. What indicators would you look at? And you know what the answer was? Sometimes it's a blank stare. Seriously. And it wasn't a good thing or bad thing. They hadn't thought about it that way. So once they thought about it, it's like, okay, Shay, this is how I get to $100,000 a month. You've really got the answer, what I can measure, what I can manage that can help me get there. What is it? And we introduced to them the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, the CEO Sales Dashboard is very important because the CEO's got this backwards. Okay. Not sure. Let me see here. I think I got the wrong thing. Okay, we'll get it there. Anyway, the CEO Sales Dashboard was a place that allowed you to be able to measure 5 key metrics. Go ahead and put these down in your notes. Leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So we can make it easy to understand and easy to execute. And at the end of the day, isn't that what that's about? You want it to be easy to understand and you want it to be easy to execute. So I said, okay, here's what we can do. In doing so, we can do that. So let's look at these 5 indicators. And we built the CEO Sales Dashboard. The CEO Sales Dashboard was a game changer. If you haven't downloaded it, you can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard right now. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show it to you so that you understand what it is and so that you have it. And then it'll make a difference for you as well. CEO Sales Dashboard. So go ahead right now and go ahead and open that up now. It should be opening up now. Okay, it doesn't look like it's opening up now, but it will open up now. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. We can almost see it. Now you should be able to see it. Okay, there we go. The CEO Sales Dashboard. Now I love the CEO Sales Dashboard. Here's what you would do. You download it. It's an Excel sheet. You can customize it, but look at the categories on the left-hand side: leads, appointments, offers, deals. You can go put your most important products in there. You can take a look at that works best for you, and then go all the way across the top. And I want you to find today's date. And then I want you to get laser focused for just a moment. And there's appointments, there's offers, but let's just look at leads. And let's say you have leads in your number one product, the product that generates the most revenue. Look at that and say, well, how many new leads went into your customer relationship management system yesterday? And then how many leads went in the day before? Go back and look at the last 7 days. Then I'm going to encourage you to go look at the last 2 weeks or even the last 30 days and look at that trend that's coming over. So you can say, okay, what adjustments do I need to make? Now, if we got leads coming in, doesn't mean they're qualified. Which ones are engaged? That means they're engaging with our company. Or if that's not important to you, which ones have your team qualified? So now you have a bucket of what we call qualified leads. There might be leads that are looking to make change now. There might be some leads that are thinking about it. Maybe there's some leads that needs to be massaged. It doesn't matter. What gets measured gets managed. This is the philosophy, and I want you to adopt this really seriously. There's one takeaway I want you to have this morning is adopt the philosophy of what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed will get better. And I want you to believe that with every ounce of a belief that you have right now. So if you haven't downloaded, I'm going to encourage you right now to go download it. Seriously, like take a minute now and go download it. Now, once you've done that, we'll look at one key area. And under leads, we look at engaged leads and then also measure referrals. You know, oftentimes we have a conversation with CEOs. They'll say their team does a really good job at generating referrals because of the work they do, the business they do, that people feel good, just comfortable sharing with them opportunities. And I'm like, well, that's amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the question. What if in doing so, they could, at the end of the day, not only generate the leads, but also allow them to measure it? What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Now I want you to go over to the other side and let's look at celebrating wins. One of the things I love to do every morning is say, it's not just about who we are, but how we serve. And powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're now going to go and we're going to focus on asking ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of for the sales department? This is just the sales department. What was your biggest win just in the sales department, the biggest accomplishment yesterday? And then what's the one thing you'd want to brag about? Like, seriously, like you're going to step up for the sales department as the CEO. You're raising your hand, and right now you say, this is what I'm most proud of. This is what I want to brag about. This is what took place yesterday. What would it be? Powerful people ask powerful questions. There's a reason why. Because questions do still focus, and in our life, we get exactly what we focus on. And then after you celebrate wins, we'll look at overcoming obstacles. And understand that every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns, by the way. We understand that. So let's look at some challenges. What was your biggest roadblock yesterday? What's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department only? And what's the one thing that you can do that if you did it, it would just move the business forward? Like, I'm going to get laser focused on this one area. I'm going to get this done now, and it can move the business forward. And make a decision you're going to do that. Like today is your day. Like there has never been a day before, and you're all in. You're not going to dibble and dabble. You're all in right now. My message of the day is stay the course. Stay the course. Believe in your mission, your goals, and your objectives. When you do that and you're focusing on sales, which is serving and selling from a service perspective, then it's so much easier to solve problems for the world, make a bigger difference, and have more impact. You do that, and I know with 100% certainty, your sales will go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side. With that being said, God bless. Keep doing God's work. We out. Peace.